Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. I have been seeing so many glow up plans for the new year, and I wanted to create something that was all about how to step into your new era, your spiritual glow up, your internal glow up, your physical glow up, all with the harsh truths that give you real results. When I think about how I want to start off the new year, I think about a couple things. I have pondered all of the things that I ignored for so many years, and this year really has been all about intentionality for me. I want to have the best beginning to my forever, the best start to my new era. And when I sat down today to create this video concept, I thought about all of the things that I ignored, that I was putting aside, that I didn't find to be important, that actually really do benefit your physical, internal, and spiritual glow up. These are things that allow you to actually transform and see results quickly. You are going to feel rejuvenated, you're gonna feel different, you're gonna feel like a grown woman, you're gonna feel special, you're gonna feel unique, and you're gonna feel accomplished. And I think that the biggest thing that has been important in my journey is the ability to grow as an individual and change and transform into the version of myself that I have envisioned for many years. We all have dreamt of a sexy, confident, resilient version of ourselves. We see certain people on the TV screen that we've admired, or we maybe even met people in real life that have exuded the confidence and the grace that we have wanted in our own lives that we just never actually took the initiative to go and get. I am stepping into my best year yet, and if you guys want to join me, then keep on watching and give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, and follow me on Instagram. All right, let's get into the video. Okay, we are gonna first touch on the physical glow up because I find that this is the most important, and I'm gonna tell you why. When we improve ourselves physically and externally, although it is not the deepest part of ourselves, it is what actually catapults the other versions of ourselves to glow up. A lot of the times, our internal glow up is contingent on our physical glow up actually happening because it is impossible for us to really find that confidence if we don't like the way we look. So in your new era, I want you guys to have these three words in mind: secure, confident, and student. And these are the words you want at the top of your physical glow up. You want to be secure in your decisions in how you physically glow up. You want to be confident in the way you look, and you want to be a student of life so that you can learn how to improve in this area. If we are not capable of welcoming in this change into our lives, it's going to be damn near impossible to have this physical glow up. So I want you guys to ask yourselves a few questions. Are you an auntie? Have you been presenting yourself a little bit older than your actual age? Are you maybe sloppy? Are you not dressing for the correct era? Are you not wearing things or looking in a flattering way that best suits how you feel inside? These are all things I need you to be super self-aware on in order to actually improve your physical glow up, because we might think we're doing the best we can, which a lot of the times we are doing the best we can, but sometimes our best is not always our most suitable. You can be beautiful, presenting well, and super polished, but it still is not flattering to the version of yourself that you want to be. Kylie Jenner is a perfect example of this case study actually working. This era many years ago was not a good look for her. It aged her, and her new, more youthful, very light, airy, angelic era has been her most flattering yet. If you are young, hip, you kind of want to tap into your intense, passionate, romantic, feminine side, but you've been dressing very professionally in like a corporate setting, but you're not even in corporate, and you kind of are giving off that rich auntie vibe, but you're literally 23, it's time for a full revamp. And it's time for us to fully immerse ourselves in the version of ourselves that we want to become. How do you want to be perceived? How do you want people to respond to the way you look, to the way you smell, and the way you present yourself? And I want you to get closer to that version. I know for me, and I actually wrote this down, that the words that I want to be associated with my new era is feminine, intelligent, and passionate. These are things that I think are just words that I want to be perceived as if somebody was meeting me for the first time. When I think of those words, I like to associate a celebrity, an influencer, or a person that I know personally to these words that can actually assist me on this journey. When we are doing our physical glow up, I don't want you guys to be punching in the dark, trying a bunch of different things out and not really understanding where to begin. It is important that we find inspiration in others, and this is our time to really spend that evening really pinning things on Pinterest, figuring out who has the personal style, the femininity, the grace, the class that you are trying to be aligned with. I would say Lori Harvey is the most me when it pertains to personal style because she's sexy, she's definitely very daring, but she has a very classy, presentable, feminine quality that has been really beautiful to me. I actually purchased this jumpsuit due to the fact that I saw her wearing it. And I have to say, it looks super amazing on my body, so I know that I'm getting myself closer to my goals of what I want in a physical glow up because I'm aligning myself with people who remind me of my highest version of myself. It's time to match your appearance with the people you are aspiring to be like. Okay, a couple things that you're gonna have to do in your physical glow up. Gym. I never said you have to weight train 6 times a week, but it is important that we are physically moving our bodies. So gym, facials, getting your skincare attended to. I remember hearing that Botox is less needed for people who get routine facials, which I've been getting routine facials for about 4 years now, and I've been getting hydrofacials, and I have to say my skin has never looked better. Also, hair care. Okay, what is it about your hair that needs a revamp? If you want to cut your hair off, you think that you look best with a framed bob or long, beautiful layers, get your hair care in order. And hair care can also just start at home, investing in good products and good hot tools, making sure that you're doing routine hair masks and doing protective styles, wearing bonnets when you go to sleep, and making sure that you wear the proper hair tools when you're going and working out so you don't sweat out a style. Also, your oral hygiene. This is huge in your physical glow up. Taking care of your teeth, making sure you're water picking, cleaning your tongue properly, scraping it, doing mouthwash, all of those things. This is proper oral hygiene care. You don't need to go run and get veneers from some random doctor in Tijuana and get those really ugly blocked teeth. You can actually take care of your really good, beautiful enamel that you already have by doing teeth whitening at home, brushing your teeth, water picking, flossing, and tongue scraping. Of course, you want to invest in good skincare. This has been huge for me in 2023, and I'm carrying it with me into 2024. I was always a skincare junkie. As you guys can see, I have a cabinet of skincare behind me, but I didn't always have skincare that was for my skin. And I wasn't super well versed on what was really messing me up because I was using so many things. I now know that I need a cleansing oil to wash my face, and I need to wash my face with a more gentler cleanser after that. And I need to make sure I'm removing my makeup. I need to make sure I'm doing spot treatments. I need to make sure that I'm not lathering my face in a million different oils because I am super oily and I end up getting acne due to that. So these are all things that I have really been making sure that I keep up with. Fragrance, okay? You want to get yourself a signature fragrance in your new era. You want to step into your physical glow up. It is something that is not only perceived physically just by looking, but it's the aromatics in the air. It's that beautiful pheromone that you give off to people when they first meet you. Having that clean hair smell and a signature fragrance will really have people feeling like you're unforgettable. Not even just for the perception, but for yourself. I like smelling good for me. I will spray myself before bed and go like this, and I enjoy every second of it. Also making sure a part of your physical glow up that you're eating healthy and keeping up with that. Any type of upkeep or maintenance routine, it doesn't have to be expensive, but you want to be keeping up with the things that people see, the things that people are nitpicky about, the things that you should be nitpicky about. This part of your life requires effort, time, patience, and creativity. You want to be like them, but you still want to be you. Your inspiration isn't necessarily going to be who you are. At the end of the day, your uniqueness and your qualities that you possess on the inside are what makes you special. But I think that just finding a sense of direction and making sure that you are getting closer and closer to a goal that is more aesthetically pleasing, more suitable for your lifestyle, more suitable for the vision you have for yourself. These people are the perfect people to follow because they have stylists, they have creative directors, they have people that are helping them with this day-to-day stuff. That is why we are not as effortless as our favorite celebrities and influencers. We do not have stylists. We do not have help. We have to do this on our own, which I find to be very fun if I'm being honest. Okay, the second thing for stepping into your new era is having a daily routine. So you want to have a daily routine of the woman or man that you said you wanted to become. I said I wanted to be a feminine, passionate, intelligent woman. So I wrote the daily routine of a feminine, intelligent, passionate woman. So what is the routine of someone like this? And how can I fully immerse myself in this new life. When we're stepping into our new era, it shouldn't be a thought in the head. It should be an actual step. It should be a daily routine. So I wrote down, I want to wake up and make my bed every day. This is something that a deeply feminine, passionate woman is going to do. She wants the bed to look spread and look beautiful. So that I've been doing every single day since the new year started. I have not missed a day of making my bed, and I'm so proud of myself. Also, you want to have hobbies, habits, and interests. These are things that are going to carry you in your new journey. I do not trust anyone who doesn't have a life outside of work or a relationship. And I don't mean that in a mean way. Like, of course, I trust you still, but I think it's important that when we reach a certain age, we have more to us than one or two things. And I think that as we become adults, we're always told to stress the importance of making money and doing this and doing that. But what about the things that we're deeply passionate about, that we want to be a part of, that have nothing to do with our growth in financials or just in love? So I wrote down that the hobbies, habits, and interests that I want to tap into in 2024 are this. I would love to take some horseback riding lessons. As a girl who said since the beginning of time, and this is huge for me in my new era, I wanted to be closer to the version of myself that I've always wanted to be. And I always said that in the future, I would love to have a beautiful house on some property with animals. I always wanted to have mini cows and alpacas and horses. So why not take up horseback riding now? Why must I wait until I'm a multimillionaire with a beautiful husband to finally pursue my dreams in having a horse close proximity to me? I want to take horseback riding lessons now, and I live in an area where people have property. I have so many different horseback riding things near my house that I can just call them and take a class. So I wrote that down. I also said I wanted to start playing tennis. I played tennis many years ago, loved it, want to take it back up. I love to paint. I've been talking about this for years. I have not went to Michael's or Joann Fabrics to get anything for painting. So this year is the year. And now that I have a house that I can, make little projects for, I am going to make sure I take myself up on that. Also, I want to learn a language. I haven't decided if I want to do Italian or French, but I want to learn one of the two. And I really want to immerse myself in learning a language in a way where I actually can speak it. So I want to do that this year. And I also want to pursue my interest in interior design. I've been very overwhelmed by designing my house, and I've talked about this for a few videos now, but I finally feel ready. And this month I am going to be hiring someone to make me custom drapes, which I've been pondering for the longest of times, but I finally am going to just have someone come and do it. I'm having custom built-ins made, and I'm also going to be decorating my space from scratch. So this is not going to be my permanent look of this office, guys, and you guys are going to be seeing a new look very soon. And I also want to be reading more. It is not only important for my mental health to be detaching from social media and detoxing my brain, but also just reading really amazing books and learning more about different cultures and people, whether it's fiction or nonfiction. I want to start reading more. So these are hobbies, interests, and habits that I want to cultivate in my new era. You guys know that my journey of fasting and losing weight has been super important to me. And in order to keep up with that in the new year, I have been making sure that I purchase the same type of foods at the grocery store, prepping it in some way and making sure that I'm eating nourishing things. The best way that I've nourished my body has been fasting, eating a caloric deficit, and eating similar things every day. I eat peppers, cucumbers, blueberries, cauliflower, fennel, salmon, rice. These are all things that are a part of my daily routine, and I have found that it has been the best thing for me. Listening to something motivational to detach from the outside world for a little. I think that when we are trying to step into our new era, it is important that we are not constantly involved in what's going on online. If I did not work in social media for a living, I would not be a part of it as much as I am, because I just don't believe it's a real place. Obviously, there are some real things and real moments, and there's amazing people on these spaces, and I'm so grateful to have access to those things. But if you spend too much time on socials, you lose a sense of self. And I have found that detaching, even though I do this for work, has been so important to me. So if I'm not working, I'm more than likely not going to be on the internet. I also like to plan out my days the night before. I like to just kind of figure out my schedule for the following day, write it down so that I kind of feel like I have a plan in place. As someone who works from home and has a lot of extra time on my hands, planning out my days has improved my mental health, especially during seasons like now where it's just like really cold, really weird out, and it hasn't been the best. So planning out my days the night before has gotten me organized, has mentally cleared me, has made me feel really purposeful, and I get really excited about the plans I write because I make it in a way where it's like fun and exciting, and I also plan out my weeks. So it's like I'll have dinner on Friday with a friend doing this. I'll have, a coffee shop that I go to for a solo date on a Sunday, and it's been so wonderful planning out my weeks. And then of course at the end of the daily routine, we have bedtime. So I made sure that in my new feminine, passionate woman era, I want to make sure I have cute pajamas and a bonnet, a silk pillowcase. I'm going to be purchasing myself a hatch. I've been hearing so many good things about it and I'm so excited. I have lavender room spray, but I would like to upgrade to maybe like a diffuser that goes on at night, and just anything that feminizes my space and makes it feel cozy, beautiful, and sexy and sultry, because I love the idea of a bedroom being seductive, passionate, and just a great place to wind down. And I don't have a TV in my bedroom for this reason at this point. Okay, number 3, for stepping into your new era, the harsh truths and real results. Values and principles is the third thing that I want you guys to focus on. This is something that gets lost on a lot of people when they are glowing up, because they always believe that a glow up is external. It has to do with the physicality of it all. It has to do with being around high value friends and high value men and going to luxury places, which those are all important, and I will always value those things. But there is nothing more important than improving your values and principles. This truly has to do with us creating healthy boundaries around our life that allow us to be the best versions of ourselves. When I think of the women that I admire in my journey, like Lori Harvey, Meghan Markle, and Jasmine Tooks, what do I think of? I think of positivity, I think of beauty and grace, and I think of ignoring nonsense. This is something that I think is really important, which is why I wrote for the second bullet of values and principles, realizations and releasing. This is huge. Okay, and I'm gonna kind of explain a little bit. When you are stepping into your new era, you more than likely have a decent amount of self-awareness as to what you've experienced, what you've gone through, the traumas you've had, the things you've dealt with on the inside that you've done. These are all things that we have realized. So those were our realizations. And then we also need to release those things because we can't hold on to them or bring them in to our new journey. One of the things that I have realized in 2023 was people's ability to be liars. Now, nothing happened to me in 2023 significantly that I was dealing face to face with like in a crazy liar, but it was more so of me being observant and a little bit hypersensitive to the things that I was either seeing online or just things that I was seeing other people that I cared about in my life go through. And it was a full circle moment for me. And I read this on Pinterest. I'm gonna read it to you guys. It's the most dangerous people are the liars who think that they are telling the truth. And I don't know what it is about that made me actually really emotional reading it, but it proved to me that when we are stepping into this new era and we are improving our values and principles, it's important that we're always nourishing and nurturing parts of ourselves that we want to keep sacred and we want to keep authentic. And for me, it has always been my honesty, even through the toughest of times. And a huge part of my honesty is being able to know when I fall short, where I've lied in the past or have dealt with certain things and just wasn't showing up as my best self. In all of that, it has really carried me throughout the years. Now, of course, I can spend all day, harping on the things I've done wrong in life and this and that and the third, but I think my most powerful quality has been my ability to just be authentic in every aspect of my journey. In knowing that it's really hard to come face to face with someone who is always ignoring the truth, who chooses to misunderstand you and lie on you. I want you guys to know that if you are a powerful, successful, and a person that was destined for money, power, fame, success, or just anything special, you are going to have people who can say with a straight face to you and to other people,
that person is terrible, don't like her, don't follow her, she, kicked me in the face and curb stomped me.
People could say that with a straight face knowing it's a lie. That was my biggest realization of 2023, was knowing that people can lie with a straight face, and more than likely, people will believe the lie over the truth. But I have found that the best way to show character is to just purely exist. If someone chooses to believe a rumor, a thought, an idea about me or someone I care about without factual proof or evidence, I cannot do anything about that. And I think that this is just something I've come to terms with and grips with in growing. And I am not in the business of validating or invalidating something. I do not clear up rumors. I do not want to defend my character. I have spent my entire life working on myself. My character speaks for itself. When we are growing and we want to express ourselves in a way that feels most authentic to our new era, we need to allow people to not like us, to lie on us, to slander us, to feel like they know us when they don't. And the best way to meet that type of weirdness is with ignoring it. Now, I'm not saying to let down your boundaries and welcome this type of behavior in your life. No, we are going to always find a way to create distance between people like that and people like us. But I have always found that the people who are always defending their character always look the most guilty. Even if they're not, they just look that way. Because why do you feel the need to respond to losers? Nobody is listening to a loser for real and believing them. Of course it's tea, it's fun, and it's juicy. But is it real? No. And I think you guys need to know the difference in your new era between good tea and bad tea and what tea to respond to and welcome in your life. The tea that I want in my life is someone saying, ooh, I wonder who she's dating. That's good tea. I think of Lori Harvey. I think of, you guys think you know her relationships, but you really don't. She's never really truly cleared up a rumor about her relationships, but that's like good tea. But then the bad tea is like, oh, she probably has multiple body counts. Now imagine after all the discourse on the internet about Lori Harvey's body counts, she got online and said, I've only slept with 5 people and imagine she did that. She would look weird. I love how people like her move through life. They literally just ignore it and keep living. That's what I want you guys to do in your new era. So that is super important to me. And I even have this right here. It says, a woman unaffected by insults has made her enemies absolutely powerless. That's a powerful statement right there. Now, back to values and principles. Do because you can, not because you want anything back. A huge part of this new era for me has been giving back without the expectation of getting something in return. I do not give to receive. I give because I can. And I find that when I do that more and more, God constantly gives me things back. When you are a good person and you literally would give the shirt off your back to a person in need, you get that tenfold, whether it's tomorrow, 2 days from now, 2 years from now, 10 years from now. Be a good person because it's the right thing to do, not because you want recognition for it. And that is huge in my values and principles. I think back in the day, and I can say this honestly, I used to do things to get accolades. I used to do things to get recognition. Now I do things and I don't care to share. It reminds me of when people film themselves giving homeless people money. I do things like that all the time. I'm not gonna film it. I just genuinely think that it's a way for me to give back. And I don't have any hate to anyone who does film it because I think sometimes filming things can be good to show the world that good people do exist and maybe it encourages other people to do the right thing as well. But I don't feel the need to constantly share all of the good things I do in my life. And I don't feel the need to boast about it, brag about it. I just do it because I want to. And it's been so cathartic and special in my life doing that. Another thing is deleting monitoring spirits, negativity or haterism off of your accounts, from your life or whatever. When I think of a monitoring spirit, I think of somebody that I once knew or that I met 1 or 2 times that is always fakey fake, nicey nice with me in person. Oh my God, I love you, I love your stuff. But they're always the first to watch my stories, always very much watching everything I do, but they don't engage with my posts. They don't, congratulate me. They'll be the first to watch me say that it's my birthday on a story and they won't wish me a happy birthday. It's weirdo behavior. And I have learned that instead of welcoming monitoring spirits in my life and being like, yeah, I'm gonna stunt on you, no, I just delete you. I will literally go to your account and remove you as a follower so that you can no longer see my stuff because I do not want negativity or haterade in my life. I actually no longer want to appeal to haters. I actually don't care. Of course, people are going to hate you. The more you level up, the more you grow. And I have already accepted the fact that if people were hating me at my worst, I can't imagine what's gonna happen the more I evolve and change. And I've already accepted the fact that I'm gonna keep getting better with age and keep getting better every year. In knowing that, I'm already mentally prepared for what's gonna happen. And in knowing that, I delete it, I block it, and I move on. I do not let these monitoring spirits sit. I don't let them hang out. Listen, go hate me from afar, but you're not going to be hating me from my account. This is my home and you are not allowed in it. I no longer want to stunt on them, stunt on my ex, stunt on no. You're getting blocked. I really love that quote that says, when I block one person, I block everyone affiliated with them. One band, one sound. I am that girl. If I once dealt with you, you have a girlfriend or this, Everyone's getting blocked, especially if I notice that you're on my page watching my stuff. Like, you're getting blocked. A huge way to kind of cancel out that monitoring spirit without getting rid of the person, let's just say it's a family member that you can't fully get rid of, don't share your goals, dreams, and life with these people. Don't give them too much information. Keep more things for yourself. You don't need to share every single aspect of your life with people that you know deep down do not like you or are checking for you or are possibly envious or jealous. If you are creating an era for yourself where you are beautiful, resilient, sexy, independent, whatever, people are going to hate that, especially if they don't want to do the work to get there. People hate what they ain't. And another part of values and principles that I think is important that I want to hold in this new year is handling conflict like a pro. I just don't respond to nonsense and drama, and I'm still going to stand my ground when someone invades my personal space, but I do not respond to drama or nonsense, and I find that intelligent people tend to ignore things that are absolutely ridiculous. I'm just not going to address every little thing. If you have something to say and I just don't agree with it and it's on my account or it's in my life, you're getting blocked or you're getting, pushed away. And just handling conflict sometimes means not always being right, but it means being happy. So I don't need to always have the last word, to say something cutting, to say something mean. In a moment, I take a deep breath. I allow myself the moment to just come and pass, and I journal about it later. I don't feel this need to always say something I don't want to say, and I'm trying in this new year to be a bigger person in certain areas. I can be a cutting bitch, okay? I'm a Cancer. We are nasty, but we're sweet at the same time. And I have practiced the art of nasty nice. Hello, baby. I am Italian after all. I come from a nasty nice parent where she can smile and say something very, very cutting, and you're confused, like, wait, was that supposed to be an insult or a compliment? That is nasty nice. I know nasty nice better than anyone. In my new feminine, passionate, loving era, I just don't want to be nasty nice all the time anymore. It just doesn't and isn't necessary. I also want you guys to throw away old issues. You want to step into this new era with power and resilience. You can't hold on to things that are making you weak, making you angry, making you resentful, making you suffocated in your own life. Throw it away. I saw something also on TikTok yesterday of a woman. She literally had tears coming down her face saying that she wasted all of her 20s in relationships that were not serving her, were very low vibrational, were hurtful, and then it just kind of trickled into her constantly getting in relationships similar to it in the future, and now she's in her late 30s with no children, no marriage, and she's so upset because she wished that she had cut it off at the head. I'm so proud of myself for doing that in my own life because I don't want to be that person. I really do appreciate her being so open and vulnerable and sharing that because it's going to help so many women. Cut things off early. Stop working things out with something that isn't helping you, making you good. Cut it off. I think that what is really beautiful in life is understanding that everybody has the ability to grow, but it's on their own timeline and you can't force it. So if you're growing, and somebody in your life is not, and they are holding you back, it is time to release it. And if they want to grow and meet you there one day, hey, no one's to say that they can't, but you must continue on. And you can't bring people with you who don't want to be brought. So I have found of releasing things, not holding on to pain and anger, not being resentful, and just persisting on with life according to plan. My plan is marriage, house, financial freedom, success, creating a name for myself, generational wealth. These are things that are in my plans. And I must keep getting that until I get that. And if somebody is not coming with me and isn't aligning with me, they are getting released. Respectfully. And the last thing I want to talk about, the fourth thing for entering your new era, is your spiritual glow up. Regardless of your religious beliefs, spiritual glow ups are necessary. This deals with your mind, body, and soul. This is your way of being a part of something from a deeper perspective, cleansing your body, detoxing, starting fresh, starting over. If you're stepping into a new era, you're starting fresh, you're starting over. I want you to prioritize sleep. It is important in this era. Spiritually, sleep is something that allows you to feel more youthful, more resilient, more clear. You have better mental clarity. There's so many things that sleep does for the body. You also, in your spiritual glow up, want to have self-care days. Do not let yourself go weeks and months without taking care of yourself. This is huge in your journey. Whether it's, getting up and journaling, taking a nice shower, doing your hair and makeup, wearing a cute outfit, whatever, you need to do something, whether it's reading your Bible or doing some sort of prayer or meditation. Self-care is important and please don't let it go. Social detox, I talked about this, and a part of a social detox, depending on your religious beliefs, is reading a Bible. I know for me, like, I'm half Jewish, I'm also half Catholic. I like to call myself somewhere in the middle, and I'm a more spiritual person who believes in God, and I pray, I journal, I like to read very uplifting, spiritual, and biblical quotes. So I even have written down here, like Proverbs 31:26, she opens her mouth with wisdom, and the teaching of kindness is on her tongue. Also creating a playlist that is uplifting with music, whether it's worship music or just uplifting, upbeat, loving music, and even a playlist of podcasters that you can listen to who help you start your day in a way that spiritually cleanses you and gives you that soul vibe that is just deep and beautiful and meaningful. Also, fasting can be spiritual. You guys know I fasted for weight loss reasons, but now it has become a little bit more of a deeper meaning for me. And all of my Muslims who are, doing Ramadan, I know you guys talk about how fasting has changed you as well. So definitely take after that and see how it can help you as well. These tips, guys, will have you unrecognizable. You not only won't recognize yourself, but other people won't recognize you. You can change yourself if you want. You can make yourself a different woman or man today if you want. Just do things that you've never done before. And it takes time, effort, patience, love, grace. It makes huge leaps in your life, whether you are going to be light years ahead with your financial freedom or with your body goals or with your love life. These improve all of that. You will see your romantic life improve, your body and your perception and confidence of your body to improve. You're going to be more financially secure and sound because you have created discipline in your life that is going to make you a different woman or man. You are going to be able to see so many things around you changing for the better. You're going to be welcoming new experiences. You're going to be experiencing life from a lens of just pure bliss, happiness, and also a form of realism. So I hope that this helped you guys. I know for me, I'm ready to conquer my life goals. They say that this is the year for Cancers to be super successful, and it couldn't be any more true for me. I feel it in my spirit and I feel it in my life, and I hope that me sharing these things with you and the little things that I'm going to be doing to change that will help you guys on the journey as well. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, everyone. Mwah.